There were tens of thousands of pilgrims from all over the world. They were of all colors, from blue-eyed blondes to black-skinned Africans. But we were all participating in the same ritual, displaying a spirit of unity and brotherhood that my experiences in America had led me to believe never could exist between the white and non-white. Malcolm X. What Malcolm X observed during his pilgrimage to Mecca was something that Islam had instilled and emphasized from its very inception. Islam did away with the ills of society, here in particular the ill of racism, something that we unfortunately find ourselves plagued by even today, the sickness of racism which is still prevalent in the world that we live in today. You know, we've seen such atrocities take place recently in the media and which have led to the riots that are taking place in the world today, in London and all over the world. Now my objective here is to highlight something about Islam which is unfortunately overlooked and undermined because there are such negative perceptions of Islam out there. And what I want to highlight here in particular is that this ill that we're plagued with today, this sickness of racism, Islam did away with it over 1400 years ago. And that was the very thing that Malcolm X observed. And this was something that was emphasized, for example, by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, during his last sermon, where he said, and I quote, "All mankind is from Adam and Eve. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, nor a non-Arab has any superiority over an Arab. Also, a white has no superiority over a black, nor a black has any superiority over a white, except by piety and good action." And here the Prophet, peace be upon him, the Prophet Muhammad, is emphasizing that we shouldn't be petty as human beings and attack each other and undermine each other because of our color and our background and our culture, but that we should remind ourselves of our true purpose that the Prophet, peace be upon him, came to remind us about, which was that we were created to know our Creator and to worship Him. And that every single one of us human beings has the ability and potential to do this. We are equal from this perspective. And this was something that was further emphasized throughout Islam. And here in particular, I'll quote you a verse from the Quran, chapter 49, verse 13, where God says, "O mankind, indeed we have created you from a male and female and made you peoples and tribes that you may know one another." Not that you may despise one another or attack one another, or undermine one another. No, that you may know one another. And then God goes on to say, "Indeed, the most noblest of you in the sight of Allah, in the sight of God, is the most righteous of you. Indeed, Allah is knowing and aware." Again, emphasizing to us as human beings that we were all created by the same Creator, Allah, God, who created us. And He created us for the same fundamental purpose, which is to know Him and to worship Him. We are all equal from this perspective, and He made us of different backgrounds so that we may know one another. But unfortunately, we live in a world which has done away with God and turned away from God, and therefore has once again fallen to such sicknesses. And I wanted to really sort of share this with you guys today because I really would like anyone that, is concerned about the world that we find ourselves in today, concerned about these things, to look into Islam and see how Islam abolishes and does away with such atrocities. Does away with such sicknesses. And if you look at the last thing I'd like to share with you, if you look throughout history, why was it that Islam, gave rise to one of the greatest civilizations the world had ever seen? And I really believe the reason is because Islam united humanity, people of different colors and backgrounds, and it united all of them on the same core, which was the understanding that we were created by the one God and we were created to worship Him. And that was our collective objective. And that we had to help each other in meeting, in fulfilling this objective. And then the outer circle of this core was that Islam allowed for people of different cultures and different colors to come together and to love each other and to unite under the worship of the one true God. And this was something profound about Islam and what Islam brought the world. And I leave you with this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure to share the video, make sure to like and subscribe and click the notification bell. Till next time, take care.